Welcome back. We've got a series of interviews with the I-75 managers post-draft. We've got Applegate manager Gary Kicinski with us here. Welcome to the set, Gary.
Thank you. It's good to be on this side of the camera.
Well, if you think back a year ago, you made the best pick of the draft. You drafted Aaron Judge with pick number like 500. He's the best player in the league. So did you make any kind of similar moves today that you think might pay off that same way?
Well, we won't know until the season gets underway and then we sit here next year and look back. But I don't think so. I had a little bit different strategy going into the draft this year, so I wasn't focused that much on prospects. I only picked up 3 of them, arguably. So we'll see, but that really wasn't something I was striving for.
So what was your strategy going into the draft?
Well, I was pretty flexible. At first I was kind of waffling through the winter and not quite sure how to go about it. I'm in a really tough division. I thought, I wasn't sure I had the offense to compete with some of the powerhouse clubs in the division. But then when John offered me Brian Dozier for the number 5 pick overall, I figured there weren't that many, one fielding 30 homer second baseman out there, and I had a 4 at second base in Neil Walker, and I was dreading that. So I jumped on that deal and decided from that point on I was going to go for it. And I was in pretty good position to be flexible in the draft because I basically had all my positions covered. I had 4 solid starting pitchers. I had 3 great relievers. So I was able to kind of go with the flow. And the flow ended up going in the direction that I completely didn't expect, but I'm still happy with how it turned out.
Exactly. Well, I think you did a nice job. You signaled early that you were in it to win it this year by making that Dozier deal a couple weeks ago. And you followed up. You added a lot of nice pieces today. So, who are some of the guys that you added today that you had the highest expectation for?
Well, what I ended up doing was quickly when I had no first round picks. I traded after Dozier, and when my pick came around at 23 in the second round, all the top prospects that I thought were gone, and the 3 best starting pitchers were gone. And I really had all my positions filled, as I mentioned earlier. What I wanted to do was kind of upgrade the bottom of my lineup, either improve my shortstop position or improve my outfield position. And I really wasn't happy with any of the guys who were still out there, so I decided to bite the bullet on that and grab Jimmy Nelson, who was the last decent starting pitcher, I thought. And from then on, I just sort of committed myself to pitching. I had these extra picks in the 4th, 6th, and 7th rounds that I had gotten in trades with the Bombers over the winter, and I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna do it whatever I can to make myself the best pitching staff in the league. I think I did that. I added some really excellent relievers, and I think that relievers in general are really good this year. But I think I got some upper echelon ones to go with the 3 that I already had. And I think I've got the best pitching staff in the league. I think. I've got a decent enough offense. I didn't upgrade my outfield position in the manner that I wanted to with a single player, but I grabbed some pieces so I could play for 3 or 4 months at a time. So I'm looking forward to competing. I think that in a tough division I can still win 85 to 89 games.
Outstanding. Well, if your pitching holds up, I mean, you have some good rotation guys, so I think I'd have to agree with you on that. As far as your shortstop position goes, I was curious to know if you considered drafting Paul DeJong today.
I absolutely did. My options were to either upgrade at my corner position, DHs, or an outfielder, or dump Bogarts into the minors and play and grab DeJong. But I wasn't comfortable with snagging him at 23, and then when my pick came around at 38, he had already gone 3 picks ahead of me to some club from Bushwood.
Yeah.
So I went after Matt Chapman in that case, and I don't really have a backup shortstop. I'm going to live with Bogarts as a 3-19 is short and hope that he has a better year this year. I don't want to give up on the guy. He's too young and too talented. He had a wrist injury last year, so I think I'll still be okay. I think Chapman balances out Donaldson nicely at third base. I've upgraded my defense with the 1 at Dozier, and Chapman's a 1 at third. So I've got a couple pieces that can play in the outfield in place of Calhoun too.
Well, I think you did a great job today, and I wish you the best of luck this season.
Great.
I think you're loaded. Good
Thanks
luck.
a lot.
All right, thank you.